What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and chances are by now you have read the headlines that a young woman and her 3 young kids are missing from Ezra Miller's home. And you probably remember reading headlines a while back about this young woman and her kids living in unsafe conditions at Ezra Miller's farm or his ranch. You might remember that one of the kids was seen with a bullet in their mouth. And there was supposedly a lot of bang bangs, if you will, laying all over the house within the kids' reach. And the father was pleading for the mother to bring the kids back home to Hawaii. He was scared because he thought the kids were in danger living with Ezra Miller. And I agree. I believe that anyone is in danger when you're around Ezra Miller. But did you know that this isn't just some random woman that decided to tag along with Ezra Miller? This isn't just some little friend or some little cult member. No. This was actually Ezra Miller's new girlfriend. Or at least in her mind, she is. If you have some spare time after watching this video, I encourage you to go back on my channel and watch this video right here. In this video, I expose everything. I include receipts and all of that good stuff, but I expose the fact that this young woman and Ezra Miller were in a relationship, and she was doing some really odd things. She was commenting under Ezra Miller's photos saying that if this isn't the second coming of Christ, then she doesn't know who is. Saying that Ezra Miller is the closest thing to the second coming of Christ that we will ever see. And as I've told you all before on past videos, Ezra Miller refers to himself as the second coming of Jesus Christ himself. But she was also doing other weird things, like posting photos of Flash action figures alongside other female action figures, acting like it was her. And as you all know, Ezra Miller plays the Flash in the DC Comics movies. So she would post these photos of these action figures with cryptic messages that I'm sure Ezra Miller or Ezra Miller's little fan base would understand. And then, as I said, if you go back and watch that video, I fleshed everything out. There's a lot more details there. But it was a really weird situation. Now, after making those videos and after exposing that fact, this woman had a few choice words for me. We actually exchanged words on Instagram. She threatened me that Ezra Miller might sue me and all types of weird stuff, and then she blocked me, and I haven't heard from her since. But there's a really big reason as to why I am really worried right now about this woman. And I think everyone should be. And we're going to get to that in just a moment. But first, I want to give you all just a little bit of backstory about what's going down here, just in case some of you all might not be up to date on the news. You know, I had a little mini vacation recently, and I've been covering this Ezra Miller stuff really closely, but it was like as soon as I went on vacation, it's like all of this Ezra Miller stuff just started dropping all over the place. All right. The whereabouts of the 25-year-old mother and her 3 kids who were all staying at Ezra Miller's Vermont property remain unknown, as authorities reportedly suspect the actor is hiding their location. According to documents which first reported in June about the family staying on Miller's farm under alleged dangerous conditions, Vermont State Police tried to serve an emergency case order to the woman this past weekend, requiring the kids, who are 1, 4, and 5 years old, to be taken away from the home and her care. Miller, however, told them the mother and her kids left 2 months ago and hadn't been back since. All right. I need to go back and check my dates. I don't have all of the information right in front of me, but I'm pretty sure she was there more recently than just like 2 months ago. So I don't think that's true. Once again, though, I don't have the information right in front of me right now. And I probably should have had the information in front of me before I recorded this video. But it's neither here nor there. As far as I can remember, she was there definitely more recently than 2 months ago. So, I don't... That's not true. That is not true. All right. Miller, however, told them that the mother and the kids left 2 months ago and hadn't been back since. In the court documents, the Vermont State Attorney's Office reportedly said Miller's response could have been to evade the emergency care order, and that the information about them being gone contradicts information that they already had. Okay, so yeah, they had information as well. Like, as far as I knew, like, this woman was there definitely more recently than 2 months ago. So I don't want to sit here and tell you all for a fact that she was there, because I don't have all of the data in front of me, but I'm pretty sure of it. And from what they say, their information suggested that she had been there more recently as well. The order says that remaining in the home is contrary to the child's welfare, and that the kid's safety cannot be reasonably assured if they remain in the custody of the kid's parent, guardian, or custodian. Police again showed up to Miller's residence Tuesday night for about an hour. Vermont State Police directed requests to the Vermont Department for Children and Families, which doesn't comment on cases due to confidentiality concerns, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, that is really weird. Now, from what it says, they actually looked around his home, or they were at his home for about an hour. I don't know if they searched all through his property. I don't know if they would even have a warrant to do something like that, but they do have this care order, and they are there to collect the kids. I am happy about that. Yeah, I do believe Ezra Miller is hiding her, for sure. I don't know where. It could be anywhere on Earth. But the reason why I'm so concerned about this is because, once again, I feel like I keep saying this, and I don't want to keep sounding like I'm like, hey, I said this before, and hey, I reported this before. And I feel like I do that a lot in my Ezra Miller videos, but it's just the truth, so it's hard to ignore that. If you go back on my channel, a while back, I actually exposed the fact that this woman, who is Ezra Miller's girlfriend, at least in her mind, I'm not so sure how seriously Ezra Miller takes the relationship, but she takes it very seriously. Anyway, she posted photos on her Instagram account while she was living at Ezra Miller's home. You know, while she hasn't even seen anyone else in months, supposedly. And she had bruises all up and down her body. Bruises everywhere. I mean, there were bruises on her side, bruises on her hip, bruises on her arm. And it was weird because she was taking these photos in dresses that had like slits in certain areas where it just like, it almost damn near like was perfectly exposing all of these bruises. And some of them looked like bite marks. And someone who was involved with Ezra Miller in the past accused him of biting them when they told him not to. So I'm sure a lot of you might not know about those accusations. It turns out that a lot of this troublesome Ezra Miller stuff started way before he went on this crime spree in Iceland and Hawaii. There were other people already calling him a creep and that he was doing some things that he wasn't supposed to do way back in the day. But this girl had marks all over her body. And she hadn't been around her baby's father for months. She was living, I guess, you know, I don't know who else was at Ezra Miller's farm. But it led me to believe back then that she was being, you know, put two and two together. It's always hard trying not to say certain words on YouTube. But it appeared that Ezra Miller was putting his hands on her, in my opinion. Speculation, yeah. But if this girl's posting these photos with fresh bruises and bite marks on her, I'm going to assume it's from Ezra Miller, considering the fact that they're in a relationship, and I already exposed that. So the fact that he is hiding her right now, or we think that he is, it's very scary. I'm concerned for her health. I'm concerned for the health of those little kids. Maybe he isn't just hiding her because of this care order. Maybe it's because he knows that she's got marks up and down her body again. Because she damn sure did a while back when I made that video. The situation continues to get worse. I don't know where it's going to go from here. Who knows if this woman is even alive? I'm assuming she is. But Ezra Miller has the type of money where he doesn't have to hide her in his closet. He could fly her to Iceland or some other random country and set her up with his cult members there. Have her wait around until he shows back up to scratch her with his long toenails and to grace her presence with his bad body odor, because it's come out that Ezra Miller stinks, doesn't wash, always wears the same clothes, and refuses to clip his toenails. But let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comments below. I'm hoping these kids are okay. Leave a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.